Hey Eugenia, it's Dustin, and I'm coming at you with another video here. Yeah, today just kind of wanted to talk real quick about Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy is like one of my absolute favorite fantasies ever. So I just love it to death. I love EverQuest. I love lots of stuff, but just thought I'd talk about Final Fantasy real quick. I think I've told you before. I played like Final Fantasy 11 for quite a while, and that was an online role-playing game, and I played that for several years, and I just love Final Fantasy 11. But I'm just kind of obsessed with the new Final Fantasy 14 is the sequel to 11. So, and it's just absolutely stunning, beautiful, and amazing. Funny thing though, it's like I've never played it, okay? I haven't played it at all, but it's like for the past couple of years, I've just been kind of obsessed with like looking at all the artwork and the screenshots and the glamour pictures and everything because there's just like thousands of them that people make on these forums and everything, and they're just beautiful. So I've like read like all about it and watched so many videos on it of the game and playing it and all that. But I'm just like kind of obsessed with I love nature and scenery, and it's just like so beautiful. The world, it's called Eorzea, which is the world that it's in. Yeah, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Like there's four cities. Well, in the early stages of the game, there's more now, but the four cities I want to talk to you about. The first one is called Limsa Linimsa, and it is just a beautiful kind of Mediterranean, like fairy tale kind of city, like in white marble and everything, like on the Mediterranean coast. It's really beautiful. There's like the castle and everything kind of looks like the Disneyland castle. You know how much I love the Disneyland castle. Kind of reminds me of that. Really beautiful. Have the surrounding lands are called Lanasia. There's like upper, lower, and middle Lanasia. Like beautiful green rolling hills. Rocky cliffs. There's like little forested areas, lots of flowery areas. It's just really beautiful. Kind of does remind me of the Mediterranean area. Lots of marble ruins and stuff like that, from fallen structures and everything. And then the second one would be, it's called Ishgard, and it's actually like a mountain forest, or no, sorry, it's a mountain fortress, like high in the cold snowy mountains. It's this, I don't know, it's this gorgeous like fortress castle way up high, surrounded by like this snowy tundra area. It's just really gorgeous. And it has like regular like dragon attacks on the city. So like if you're there in the town, dragon can come attack and everything, and you could get killed and everything. So it's kind of like dangerous at the same time, but it just, I don't know, it just looks beautiful. I love Ishgard. It's just beautiful, like snowy, like it would be like a Christmassy kind of winter city high in the mountains. I just love the feeling it gives me. And the next one, I'm gonna save my favorite for last. The next one is Ul'dah. Ul'dah is like a desert oasis kind of city. Um, really love it. I'm obsessed with the desert. I love all kinds of desert anything. I just love desert, especially like in Southern California where you are, Eugenia, like the Mojave Desert out there, like Death Valley. I know it's hotter than hell, but I just think it's so beautiful. But this city in the game, Ul'dah, is surrounded by beautiful desert lands that are called Thanalan, the Thanalan region. Um, Beautiful mountains. Oh God, the mountains around there just some of the pictures are just absolutely amazing. It just reminds me of like West Coast, kind of like out here. Just beautiful, scenic, deserty mountain areas. It has like railroad tracks going lots of different places, and kind of reminds me of Frontierland in Disneyland, kind of like that. So yeah, it's just amazing. Of course, there's like enemies that you can fight all over in these areas because like when you start the game, you pick your race and you pick your class. I would always play human or elven. Those are like my favorite. But there's like other one like there's a race called Mithra, which was in Final Fantasy 11. I think they renamed it like Mukwoti or Miquity or something like that. But it's kind of the same. They're like a cat race. They're really cool too. So is Rogadin. Rogadin, they're like big, huge, lumbering, like kind of cat like. They're like only male, pretty much. But yeah, so you pick your class. I usually like to play like rogue or paladin. Rogue, like a rogue assassin, would be like my favorite with like leather armor, like dagger, knife, or whatever. Doing like sneaky, trick attack kind of stuff. I was always like kind of my favorite class to play. I had like a level 74 rogue in Final Fantasy 11. The level cap at the time was 75, so he was almost maxed out. And I also had like a level 75 dark knight. I had a lot. I had a level 68 paladin too, so I love those classes a lot. But the fighting system in Final Fantasy 14 is very similar to Final Fantasy 15. It's almost the same. I mean, you group with people and you can like make weapon skill chains and everything off the monsters that you're fighting and everything to take down bigger enemies and stuff like that. So very similar to Final Fantasy 15. Really cool combat system. Um, but oh yeah, the last town or the last city is called Gridania. It's probably my favorite. Kind of reminds me of like like in Lord of the Rings, the Lady of the Wood, Galadriel. It's that elven city, like in the thick woodlands and everything. You can see it in like the first Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. It's very similar to that. Not quite as tall of structures, but it's really similar. Beautiful, like forested woodland realm city and everything, like with like thatch roof, little houses and stuff like that. Just looks beautiful. I mean, it's just kind of like a Garden of Eden, just really magical in the forest. It's like all lit up at night. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna send you some pictures of my favorite places in there so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'll like tweet those to you or something. But yeah, so it's so beautiful, Gridania, and something I wanted to talk about. This Final Fantasy 14, it's very interesting because you can build. Not only can you battle enemies and get loot and all that, and weapons and armor, you can build your own house. So in each city, there's plots that you can buy to build your own house. So in Gridania, the beautiful area to buy a plot is called the lavender beds. Really beautiful area. Oh my God, waterfalls, grassy hills, tons of flowers. It's just oh my God, it just looks amazing. It's absolutely. It just looks like a garden sanctuary. It's really beautiful. You can design your own house inside and out. Put walls, arbors, gardens, wells. Inside, you can pick the different kind of wood and floors, and it's just amazing. I mean, I mean, they're trying to encompass a large amount of people to play Final Fantasy 14 because there's a lot of people that don't want to just like battle and fight enemies. So you can just building your own house. It's beautiful. It just looks amazing. I mean, some of these houses people built. So I'll send you some pictures for sure. Oh yeah, the area around Gridania is called the Black Shroud. It's a beautiful, thick forested area. I love it. It's just beautiful. And one of my favorite boss enemies that of course I haven't played it, but that I found out about. He's called Odin, and he like lurks in the forest like when it's like dark and misty. Kind of reminds me of the Headless Horseman. It's just so cool. He lurks like he's like this black rider. he looks all gothic, just like all this, you know, black gothic armor and everything. He has these glowing eyes. I'll send you a picture of that too. Really scary. I love like scary looking like characters and stuff, like in fantasy things, but he looks awesome. I think he takes, I'm sure, a couple of parties to bring him down. Probably a party, about 12 people or more to defeat him, but very high level and everything. Looks so cool. But and the last thing I wanted to tell you that you can ride chocobos, of course, in Final Fantasy 14. There's like armored chocobos. I mean, you can outfit your chocobo with all kinds of things. You can ride certain big cats. You can ride like Searles. You can ride Fenrir, which is like a kind of like a wolf kind of creature and everything. You can ride wyverns, which are like small dragons flying. But you can get unicorns. They have like, which is awesome. They have standard unicorns, like, you know, like white or whatever, or like kind of like a pinky color, something like that. But then they have, I would get this, they have like black unicorns. I think it's like black unicorns with red eyes, and their horn is all flaming and flames. It looks so cool. I'll send you pictures of that too. But yeah, just had to finish telling you that part. But anyway, I just had to tell you about Final Fantasy XIV. I just obsessed with the art, and it's just beautiful. So anyway, I love you so much, Eugenia, and I hope you are doing good. So yeah, I just love you and miss you, and would love to talk to you. So, but yeah, I hope you are having a great day or night, whatever you're doing, and I'm always thinking about you, and yeah, all kinds of things. So, I'm gonna get up real quick. But I love you so much, sweetie, and giving you kisses, mwah, and mwah. There's a couple. My hair's getting kind of long, getting a little shabby, but you know, it looks. I'm okay with it. You know, it looks fine long too, I think. So, but anyway, I love you lots, and I will talk to you later, and I'll see you in my next video. So, okay. Love you. There's one more. Okay. Bye.